What do you do? What does your company do from from a marketing standpoint, from social media to digital marketing? Do you have any things in specific that you're doing that's working and that you found successful?
Yeah, yeah. If I could go back and do it all over again, I don't think that I would. I think I would keep it the same way that I did it knocking on doors because I learned a lot from that process. And I do some consulting on the side as well. And it's good that people are reaching out, finding mentors, because it took me a while to find a mentor to point me in the right direction. But I learned a lot from that. And then now, the focus with marketing, right? That's the big thing with your business. I call it TOMA, top of mind awareness. We're not, the janitorial industry isn't a sought after industry, right? It's not on the businesses, that's not the first thing they're thinking of. And so, um, what we did a lot is, and you'll see it a lot on social media, and I hate to say it, but I hate to see it too, is when I follow a lot of commercial cleaning company business owners and companies, and I hate it when my feed gets filled up with the before and after pictures of a dirty sink and before and after picture of a sink or a before and after photo of a toilet. Like I don't understand that marketing, I
Yeah.
guess. But what has worked for Ipro and has worked for me is we're all about our people. So we've created company culture. And really, if you think about it, this day and age that we're in, I mean, the way that the economy is, and people don't really want to work. It's tough to find good workers. And so I guess I would say this was about 4 years ago, just prior to the pandemic. Company culture is kind of to me was a buzzword, and I didn't fully understand it. And over the course of the next 4 years, I really dug into it as I started seeing things within the company. So we used to do employee of the month. A lot of businesses do that. It's great. It's recognition. So it started off fine. I said, we're going to start this. We're going to start recognizing our employees. So we're going to start doing employee of the month. We'll put it on social media, whatever it is. It was great for the first couple. Then the next few, they started to quit 3 or 4 weeks after. And I couldn't wrap my head around it. And they weren't telling me why. They just all of a sudden stopped showing up to work, or they just quit, and that was it. And so finally, after one of the last employee of the months that we had, I confronted her because she was putting in her 2 week notice. I sat her down. I said, I just need to talk this through with you. Like, why are you putting in your 2 week notice? You're a rock star. We're making sure that we're recognizing you for this. And she said, no, that's awesome. I truly appreciate it. The problem is that the rest of the staff resents me because I'm the employee of the month. And I said, well, what do you mean resents you? Because this person or that person feels like they should have got employee of the month over me because they're working. And she's like, they're working just as hard as I am. And so, you're singling a person out and almost putting a target on their back. And so the resentment was just creating this, culture that just wasn't right. And people
Yeah.
were just wanting to leave. So I scrapped it right away. And I said, okay, what back to the drawing board, what can I do to, build this company culture? Right now it's like we've got arcade games in here, we've got a snack bar, we've got a drink fridge and all that stuff, a basketball hoop. That's great, but those are just starting points for your company culture. So I went to the drawing board. I said, okay, maybe we can start celebrating people's birthdays. But then I've got one office where the staff, they don't celebrate birthdays. It's part of their religion. So I said, okay, I don't want the resentment coming from that staff now. I
Yeah.
don't want to alienate them, so what can I do? So we started doing recognition for anniversaries.